Hello, trading is closed on April 8th, 2019. My last call said Friday's pattern was negative unless we gapped and promptly took out these highs. I felt that wouldn't be too tough to do, but I said if we gapped down instead, it was very negative. It should be clear by the open, we thought, and it was. We gapped down, took out this low, which is negative enough. Now this did not quite close the gap. I don't know why this gives me a hard time. Didn't close the gap quite, and when you come this close, these gaps tend to fill, but it doesn't mean it has to fill tomorrow. We looked for the pattern with the early low. We got that. Tomorrow's pattern also has the early low. Tends to be an all-day rally with an up day. If it is a down day, it's because of a significant drop in the first 1 to 2 hours of trading. There are mixed signals, as we'll see, and that means the commonest thing is we gap and promptly move outside the range. Next most common is close little change, or the big move the day after. Least common by a large margin, as neither one of those things happen. It's positive to start low, rally all day long. It's a positive formation. It's negative that MEJT says this is a false move, that 95%, not 100, but 95% of the time, this will print tomorrow 28.88 cash, and the preferred time frame for this lower target, 28.8763, is tomorrow, and that's my call, which is off the table if we gap up smartly. Now what's not so good, in addition to the lower targets, we have a sell signal from the NASDAQ McClellan oscillator going over the Bollinger Band and then under it. That's not really enough to make me risk money at this point, but the signal's there. Tomorrow should be day 9 of a 913.9 to mark sell signal on the sequential and combo patterns. If it works, it's a very negative formation with a good chance of taking out this low, which is 27.9877, 100 points within 3 days. But again, these have failed a lot on this rally, and I'm just reporting the signal, but I'm not personally going to act on it at this time. Well, this was my count for a long time. This, to me, is too long and too strong to recommend the short covering typical of a bear market rally. I think people aren't going to cover their shorts for 3.5 months, but the count hasn't been invalidated yet. If it's the right count, you've got, here's blue A, and then you have A of B with wave 1 equal to wave 5. You can see how that works. This looks like a 3-wave pattern, and probably is, but if you count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's no overlap and it doesn't break any rules. Usually when you have to force the count like that, it's because it's wrong, but it isn't invalidated yet. This is what I think is going on. It should lead to higher prices over the longer term, but once again, it's somewhat tenuous at the present time because of the signals and the fibrillationships that we've talked about. So for tomorrow, pattern with the early low tends to be a strong day unless we're down significantly in the first 1 to 2 hours. Here's our target off the table. If we gap up smartly, we're looking for a gap outside the range most likely, and failing that, a closed little change. Longer term, short term tenuous, long term positivity increasing, although the bear market call hasn't been invalidated yet. It isn't my favorite any longer, and that's today's call.